All right, this is Plymouth rat rod build, part number 18. This is my 1936 Plymouth. I'm Roger, or the Roger as the Germans call me. And what we got here is the LS3 Connect and Cruise from Summit Racing. And all the other videos you've seen it's actually at my house or at the in-law shop. And so this is what I've been doing for the last 3-4 days. This is my Summit steering wheel column that I got in, a $300 one. It's okay, but you're spending $300 and not $700-800 on the stuff that you get from I Did It or Flaming River. Picked that up at the Turkey Run right here. Basically, I plumbed it into my fuel rail here. There is my Griffin Radiator, and I've got my 2 giant 16-inch fans in there, and this is a whole lot of homemade stuff up in here, and I got it mocked up in here right now, and I'll start making my bracketry on the bottom, but that's how it's going to fit in. If you notice, I got this big giant hole right here, which is okay because this motor's pushed back a solid 10 inches. And let me just flip it around here so you can actually see that. Yeah, I like that. It actually turned out pretty good, and I did my measuring, so I know it's going to fit. And then you can also see down in here how I move back and forth here. Everything's clear and I got good. It's nice and tight. I got no binding, and I'm glad I did a little bit of channeling down there. And also, here's the front piece. Nice tight steering. There's absolutely no slop in it, but you come expected. These are all Flaming River stainless steel U-joints, so it looks kind of decent. And what we got right here is my tilt steering wheel. And you know, it's nothing high speed, but you know, the canceling works on it. You can turn it this way, turn it back, it pops back. I got my column in here. Now here was interesting. This actually was 180 degrees out. The little mechanism that stops you from putting it into reverse by accident or having to detent. So now it actually works. I basically hacked it off and welded it on correctly. What I've also done down here is you can see my neutral safety switch and reverse switch. It's usually sitting on top of the column about 4 inches down. But what I do is I had to move it inside here because I didn't want it in the engine compartment. And basically just cut a little hole right up in here, weld that little notch in here that basically tells that little finger that goes back and forth. And you can see I welded my brackets down here. Looking pretty clean. My Kugel 90-degree brake lever switch dingy, whatever you want to call it, is nice up and tight up in here. Let me go around here. So now I can push here. I got nice tight brake, and you can see the lever mechanism up here, and the power brake booster, and what we call it, the master cylinder, is out of I think about a 2008, 2009 Ford Explorer. So this is about 8 hours worth of fun today, and I hate messiness, but sometimes you just get involved in the project and you gotta kind of keep it crappy. Anyway, so stainless steel tank. What I did today is I made this little piece right here. That's gonna go right over there. It's gonna come out right there with this little rubber hose kit that I got. And I'm also going to use the little door if I can find it right now, and I can't find it real quick, so I'll just pass on that little demonstration. And what I got here is my 244 ohm empty and 33 full. So this actually comes out right here, but I'll show you what it looks like. And what I'll also do here is this is from a company called Tanks. I think it's the PA4, I'm not quite sure. Basically, it gives you about 58, 60 psi pressure with the Corvette internal regulator / filter. So this is the kit. I think I've got all the instructions read a couple of times. My little sock is down here. That's put up on here. And my little power fuel pump that sits inside the tank is in here. What I did here today is you can see I basically used their little template they had here, drilled all my holes in here, tack welded this on the bottom. So I've got all my threads in here. And the one from here, when I just actually turned threads into it. So I'm gonna go down in here and show you what the inside of the tank looks like. And I don't know what it sounds like or what it looks like in here, but I'll find out in a second. And that's 113 liters. So quite a bit of fuel. And what you do is you just take this thing right here, push it up in here like that, and then it sits down here and it lines up. And then I've got my nice little ANC fittings from Russell or whatever company that does it. They're going to sit right here like that, and they basically point the other direction. So my return line's here, vent, and my pressure's right here. So anyway, see what else can I show you on this one. Nothing much. This is just my shop. Like a little bit of organization, but I'll clean this thing up. My window regulators from Easy Wiring are here. And if you look over here, I've got all my boards and everything sitting over here, so I'm going to be cutting my panels tomorrow, and Ingo will come here and actually do my interior. Right here is the opening, my access panel for the tank. Although the tank is actually very simple to get out. You have access holes right here. And let's see what else I did today. Oh, this is actually kind of cool. I'll show you this. Grab my little lights right here. This is these are the lights. They usually sit right up here. I don't like them up here. I don't want to sound artistic here and everything, but it just kind of like ruins the whole beautiful lines that this car has when it comes down here like this. So I had to actually cut out a section right here to get to this reinforcement piece behind here. And what I've done here is I'm going to put these lights right down here, a little bit lower to the ground. And since I couldn't find the original glass lenses because one of mine broke during the build process, I went to Walmart when I was in Florida about 3 weeks ago, and I got these little cheapies right here. Those right there. I just cut them out, took them on my belt sander right here, and just basically ground them out until they fit perfectly in there. And they're kind of like an oblong type shape, and it turned out pretty good. They're nice and sit up. This one's just a little bit off, so I'll have to scoot it up just a little bit. But this is the top. It's going to sit just like that right here. Give it a nice little clean, low down look. The only piece of rust I actually had in the entire car was on top of this panel right here, and I'll show you this. This one, I believe, sits on this side right here. Yeah. And this one is actually not that bad, but you know, you can't put crap like this back on the car because it's kind of thin. So I'm going to have to beat this one straight, do a little bit of work back here, and then see what I can do with it. Here's my trailer hitch, comes through right here. I actually found that my body's sitting on exactly, I'd say about 1/2 centimeter to the passenger side. I have to scoot it over a little bit, so that's not a big deal. I'll just take a jack, open up these holes about 1/2 centimeter, really, because I'm missing this piece right here and this piece right here. Once I move this over 1/2 centimeter, I think the body will be on exactly straight. And hell, if I'm only off a 1/4 of an inch, I'm not really that worried about it. So, car looks okay. I'm happy with it so far. Been a lot of work, but right now it's in the phase where I can just take my time. I'm gonna go upstairs and dig through the refrigerator, find myself something to eat, and it'll be another successful day. So I'll show you what this place looks. Oh, wait a minute. Show you my little things I used to do before I started working on metal cars. Here's my little collection of dragsters, and this stuff I used to make back when I was a younger guy, probably about 30 years old, 25 to 30 years old. And I got the dates on all these things, and even little small things like there's actually no metal in any one of these things. I got a little toothpick for a hinge right here, if you can see that. But anyway, there's some motors right here, and you can tell most of my stuff later on that we got a V8 in it. I don't know if you can tell that or not, or whether this GoPro 4 Silver Edition, by the way, is going to work or not. So it's nice and warm in here. I think we got about 70 degrees and nice and chilly. But if you go outside, we got snow in Germany, and there's my house from the outside in the snow. And I gotta go knock some of the snow off my snowman up there because he's starting to lean backwards and everything. So a little bit of snow in Germany, don't care. I'm inside my heated garage. So it took me a long time to get here, but anyway, shut the door. I'm gonna call this a day, clean up a little bit. Here's my longboard. I bought it Ron John's in Key West just because I have to have it. The coupe, and the rest of Roger's garage. Again, it's kind of messed up right now. There's my motorized picnic table. I think you've seen that on other videos. Just have to motorized 18 horsepower Honda picnic table. It's a lot of blast, a lot of fun. There's the couch. There's the rest of the rear seats from the Blazer. And there's accumulation of parts. And that's basically it. Some old valve covers. I had chrome for the coupe. But the coupe BMW 12 looks a lot better with flat black valve covers. So that's what we're going to stay at. That's about it. I'm gonna come around here, and this guy named Ingo, man, I tell you what, this guy is an upholstery guy. He covered this thing with goat's leather, black goat's leather. It's got a really soft feel to it, and it's actually real leather, of course. And he works for cheap, but does damn good work. And he's also the guy who's gonna do the interior on my car right here. These are the Blazer seats I got for 40 bucks out of the Grafenmeer junkyard. And call me old or getting older. I got lumbar support. I got heated seats in here. What else? Forward, backwards, up and down. And I just got it mocked up in here right now. So I'll eventually build myself some kind of a system to put in there. But it's actually in decent shape. I mean, they're not bad. But for the first iteration, I'll keep them in here. And I really liked how the column turned out. That was pretty cool. Took a long time, about 2 days to get all that straight. I'll probably start on this sometime tomorrow and rip that out, but basically it in a nutshell. So, that's it from Runneberg, Germany. Also das war's, und ich sehe gerade, ich spreche schon fast 11 Minuten. Take care from Runneberg, Germany. This is Rat Rod Build part number 18. We got the 27th of December 2014. Take care. Auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss.